Beauty!
Guys in the Golf.
Well, what to say? We recorded a podcast last Friday.
Yeah.
It feels like a month ago
Yeah.
with how much has happened since then.
Yeah, well, it was Friday before last.
Was it? Oh, yeah, right, yeah. So it's like 10 days ago. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's been 10 days.
It's been 10 days. Still feels like a month. Yeah, that was the one with Carney. Andy Total Carnage.
Feels a lot longer, yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
So we left there in an Uber from your brother's house there in Darwin.
Already late for the airport.
Yeah, had to go pick up some more shirts on the way. The guys in the golf shirts. Then straight to the airport. Had time for, 1 pint and 1 schooner each. Mm-hmm. Then straight on the plane. We were booked with Virgin, which got transferred to Air North, which then we went on some clean skin plane.
Smaller plane,
Ash
yeah.
got upgraded to business class, which I was very, very happy about. Although, yeah, it was good though because there was no grog served on the flight, so I was like, stuff, yeah.
Devastated. Devastated. That was all right though, because when we arrived in Brisbane nearly an hour late, the boys picked us up and they had quite a few rum cans on ice, mate, on the back seat for us. So
shout out to Chris and Andy.
Yeah, thanks, boys.
I know Chris is going through he's started from episode 1 and he's going through the podcast, so about a month or so, you get up to this one. Thanks, Chris, for the ride to the Gold Coast and the esky in the back.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah.
Got us started anyway.
Yeah, so we went to Podcast Royale, which was a boxing event on the Gold Coast at the Convention Centre, held by Alpha Events, so sort of the guys behind Alpha Blokes podcast and some of the other podcasters have put this sort of company together. And there was fans from all over Australia that went to this event, including us. And it was unreal.
Yeah, one of the best events I reckon I've been to. It was just run so well, so much fun, just so many good people there too. Like, didn't meet one single clown the whole weekend. Like everyone was just really good.
Especially considering how much alcohol was being consumed and that they were 99% blokes there. And
it was a boxing event.
Yeah, and still everyone, well behaved. It was awesome.
Mostly.
I
didn't see a single fight, mate. Even in the after party, into the early hours of the morning, and walking around with, pretty much all grog and everything included, and not one single person punching on or anything. It was just unreal.
Yeah. Yeah. So where do we start? So you meant don't overdo it on the first day. we broke the golden rule. The first night was a late one. I think I got back to the room at 3 a.m. Ash, I didn't see till after daylight. He had to go back through his ATM, like $45 at Macca's or something at 5 a.m.
I don't know where I was. I tried to walk home, and turns out I don't know how to get back to the casino on the Gold Coast very well. So I was contemplating swimming across one of the channels there at one stage.
Yeah. So a fellow ended up escorting you home?
Yeah. Bumped into a fellow there. He goes, "Where are you going?" I said, "To the casino." He's going, "You're going the wrong way, bruss. Come this way." So he walked me back and then he couldn't get in. So, well, I couldn't get in either until I showed him that I was staying there. They're like,
where do you want me to sleep?
Yeah, so anyway, made it home safe and sound anyway, mate, as the sun was coming up.
Yeah.
So, nearly got bowled over by one of them trams there. They're pretty quiet. And I didn't think they'd be running that early in the morning.
No.
But they do. So, that was good. So well and truly overdid it on the first night. We had a couple of beers at the airport before we flew out. And, rum cans in the back of the ute, all from the airport to the Gold Coast. Then round to them boys, Chris's place, and a few more drinks there, drinking bloody shots of bloody whatever it was.
It was some old-fashioned wild turkey, like some special 12-year-old one or something. It was really nice. A little bit too nice.
And, went to, I don't know, I didn't even know where we went, mate. We went to some club somewhere and, I don't know.
Yeah.
Everyone was about half my age.
Yeah.
About a third of yours.
Yeah.
That was good, though. It's good fun.
Yeah.
Got amongst it.
So I got us warmed up for the next evening, which started fairly early. I think 4 o'clock was the first fight, maybe 4:30. Oh, doors open at 4.
Well, we got out of bed about lunchtime.
Yeah.
And I had a meeting to attend via Zoom, so which went for a lot longer than I anticipated.
A lot longer than you hoped.
Yeah. And but no, you got to do them things. So did that, and then pretty much showered and straight across the road to the convention centre. Is it?
Yeah, Gold Coast Exhibition and Convention Centre. Yeah.
Yeah. So we walked the wrong way again.
Yeah, we did so. There's
the
this
long way.
beautiful bridge going straight from the casino to the convention centre.
Yeah.
And here we are going crossing 15 roads. And anyway.
Trying not to get run over again.
Again.
Lined up there, got our wristbands for the after party, and then pretty much walked straight in. Got a couple of better beers and went straight in, pretty much right on time for the first fight.
Yeah.
So
which was fight of the night.
Oh yeah, no, it was good.
It was the producer from Alpha Blokes. What's his name?
Yeah, Quinn. Yeah,
Quinny versus some other dude.
Yeah,
another podcaster.
Moose. Eh?
Okay, yeah. Is he the producer for another one? I think it was producer versus producer, maybe.
I think something like that.
Anyway, but they absolutely they set the tone. Like we're like, holy crap! If this is the standard for the night, this is going to be wild.
Yeah, it was good. It was really good.
Yeah, so there's no professional boxers in this. Like all the fights, just guys that have trained really hard for a few months in the lead up, and just giving it. They're all in the ring. What was it? 3 1-minute or 2-minute rounds.
3 2-minute rounds.
3
yeah.
2-minute rounds, and it was.
Oh, it was great. It was really good.
Yeah.
Really, really, really entertaining. Like they said, don't come here to watch a professional boxing fight. Come here to be entertained, and
we were.
And that we were 100%.
Yeah.
That was just unreal, mate. The whole thing, being able to get sort of 4 beers at a time each was handy.
Yeah, $60 rounds, 4 beers, whatever it was. Yeah.
that was well worth it though.
Yeah.
It was really, really good. So
it's one of those sort of once a year trips. Hopefully they do it again next year, and it's sort of a bit of a blowout weekend in terms of money spending. But
yeah,
I would very much like to go again. It was so good.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, we got a fair bit of travel from here. Like you got to get to Darwin and then get from Darwin down there, and then book accommodation obviously in Darwin for a night and down there for the weekend, and then back to Darwin and then back here again. So it's it's pretty much a week. A week you lose, but no, it was just such a great event, mate. Like it was really good. And then and how good were the boys? Like all the fellas we met. Like we met heaps of fellas that have either watched your YouTube videos and been listening to the podcast.
I was blown away by the quantity, because obviously walking around the streets in Darwin, or if I'm at Bunnings in Palmerston or something like that, I'll get 1 or 2 people come up and say, "Oh, Mikey, love your videos," or whatever. Because these are my people, like I'm an NT creator, and I would assume that people from the NT would watch. But to be on the Gold Coast and people we met, can't remember his name. Old mate from Harvey Bay.
Yeah.
A guy from Adelaide. The fellas from there wasn't Gladstone, somewhere up that way. The ones we'll sit next to.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the pet crocodile and.
Where was he from? Was he? I thought he was Harvey Bay. That one.
No. They were
or Townsville.
No, south of there.
Oh, there's guys from bloody everywhere.
It might have been Rockhampton.
Oh, might have been.
Yeah, somewhere around there anyway. Yeah. And guys from South Australia, Tasmania. We met a fella from Tasmania.
Yeah.
All these guys just even lining up to go to the toilet, and some random bloke will just come up, and everyone's standing quietly in the line, and a guy will come up, "Oh, Mikey, I love the podcast, mate, love your videos," and then just keeps walking. And then everyone in the line sort of turns around and goes, "Oh, who's this guy?" Like, it makes you feel like $1 million, I'm like, far out. What we're doing is making an impact, like to sort of have that experience and get recognised so much. Yeah, it sort of gave me a bit of I guess a bit of motivation to think that we are doing the right thing. Like, so we've been sort of doing the hard yards here. Like, we live 1,000 kilometres away from each other, and we still try and put a podcast out every Friday.
Yeah.
So we're really trying to do the hard yards to get this thing going, and it looks like it could be paying off.
Yeah, well, that's it, mate. I mean, and it wasn't just at the event. Like, it was at the casino, at the airport, just about everywhere we went.
Yeah.
We had at least 1 or 2 people at the pub.
Yeah.
At at the tavern.
Yeah.
But, what I was blown away with was all them guys. Obviously, they've really blown up. They've got a massive, massive platform.
Yeah, the actual podcasters that were boxing and that.
But afterwards, though, like, they had the time to go and say good day to, like, pretty much everyone that was there. Like, the boys were all too happy to get a photo, have a chat. They
would have taken thousands of selfies.
Oh, yeah, for sure,
Yeah.
mate. How good was Fez?
Oh, mate.
The backflip.
Fez, the free-range pig farmer.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Oh,
off the top railing. Oh, man, he must be...
That man is dead.
Yeah, I saw it in slow motion, in real life, but in slow motion. And I'm like, we're about to watch a death. This guy, he's going to be paralysed. And he landed it. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, you'll be able to find it on like TikTok or Instagram or something like that for sure.
Yeah,
So,
there was 2 highlights of the night for me. That was definitely one. And the second one would be the... was it 7-man blindfolded?
Oh, yeah.
Was it 7?
Yeah.
7-man blindfolded boxing.
Yeah,
and they're all in their blindfolds on and just swinging with big helicopters. And then old mate ended up being Spider-Man, they called him, in the corner. He's just laying into the referee, just absolutely flogging him. And the referee, he's just huddled up laughing. And that was just, every event, it was just awesome. But yeah. What about you? You had a favourite for the evening?
Mate, I thought when old mate beside us, that was blind. bid,
I know
bid on the at the charity auction. It was about 16 grand or something. He bid. He's like, oh well, it doesn't matter. It's only money or whatever. And I was like, what?
Yeah. So
I'm ducking behind the seats. He's not with me. He's not with me.
So at the intermission, they had this big signed plaque with these boxing gloves. Muhammad Ali signed them, Mike Tyson, Evander Holyfield, all these big heavyweights. All the big names have all signed it. And they auction it, and all of the people at the tables down below, like they're obviously expensive tickets and expensive tables, so all these people are bidding, we'll start it at 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, it's going up fairly quick. And the guy said next to us, he looks to me, he goes, my missus hates me anyway. 16,000. What? And he just straight faced as well. And then like the guy in the ring who's doing the auction, he's pointed at him. He's like 16. Yep. He's like yep. He's confirmed it. And it only went for 18,000. So he almost got it.
Yeah. No.
There would have been a few trips to the ATM to get that out.
I'd have been running away, mate. I'm not sharing it with you, mate. I'm already busted.
Yeah, that was cool.
So that was good fun.
Yeah.
Oh, what else was good, mate, that night? Oh, everything.
Yeah.
The going back into the after party, everyone walking across that bridge, it just absolutely. Like, apparently they had to shut down all the restaurants and stuff in the casino because all these
were getting scared.
all the people yelling at ABC.
Yeah.
So,
which is Alpha Blokes podcast.
Yeah, well, Alpha Blokes cult, Alpha Blokes community.
Yeah.
So,
well, they've confirmed it's cult now.
Yeah. After that, literally shut down the casino for half an hour whilst everyone got into the room there, the boardroom. So, no, but how good was that though? Like, walking around with like decent food, drinks, all included in as part of
you
no
want
lineups.
food or drink, no lineup. The only problem was when we first got there, they were 4X Gold cans and they were warm. So Ash is literally walking around from like waiter to waiter who's walking around with these trays of beers and literally picking, you got any cold ones? You got any cold ones?
And we found some.
We eventually found some.
Yeah.
And
we after 10, 15 minutes, mate, they had it sorted. They had ice cold cans of just about everything. They had schooners, like in plastic cups.
That's
right. They had
yep.
tap beer and that as well. So I think
Jim Beam, Canadian Club.
And we mixed it up a fair bit.
We did so.
I think. So that was good, mate. And like obviously they had a VIP section in there, which obviously they needed. Otherwise they wouldn't have got a second to have a spell. But how good were the boys? Like all of them came out and he took photos with everyone.
Yeah.
And I think I got photos of just about everyone.
Yeah. We'll bring up some. I'll bring him up on screen for you. Yeah, Ash went around. He I'm pretty sure he got everyone. Yeah.
No, that was really good. Oh, actually, even Luke Combs, mate.
Oh yes, that was. So we left the after party while it was still pumping, and we went next door into the gaming there just to observe and watch, obviously.
Yeah.
Gamble responsibly.
Yeah, moral support for some of the young fellas out there.
Yeah. And then, we ran to Luke Combs. We'll bring up a photo of him. This guy is like, you guys are idiots. Yeah. At the time, I swear he looked a lot like Luke Combs.
Yeah, still look at the photo the next day. Who's this bloke who took the photo with Mikey last night? No, good fella, good sport.
Yeah.
And who else we ran into? Maybe we ran into heaps of people at the casino.
Yeah.
And who's the other young fella there who's betting houses on roulette?
Oh, yeah. That was the fella from Harvey Bay. The big fella works at KFC.
Mm.
Yeah.
I think he must own a few KFCs, actually.
That's why. Do you work there or own it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he had a strategy, and
Yeah.
sometimes it worked and sometimes it didn't.
The house always wins, mate. That's
Yeah.
the house always wins. Anyway, that was just a great night though. And then, I know we actually didn't have a real late because we had partied pretty hard the first night, so we didn't have an overly late night there on the Saturday
it was like
night.
probably 1 a.m. room service, I reckon.
Yeah. Yeah, we got a feed at room service and then, into bed and got up sort of half early in the morning.
Yeah.
What we do? We went. We had a feed, I think maybe, and then we went to the tavern.
Broad Beach Tavern,
Yeah.
which just happened to be where a lot of other people were having a recovery sesh.
Get an Uber from the casino. Don't get a taxi. Jesus, I thought I was going to die about 7 times on the way there.
Do you remember catching a Tesla?
Yeah.
And I gave the guy a tip. I go, all right, if you floor it for me, I'll give you a $10 tip.
Yeah.
Right? So he floored it. Yeah, those things go. Where were we then?
I got no idea. I've got no idea. No, I think
I've got no idea as well.
We're at like a surf club or something like that and went back to the casino or something. I don't know.
No, it was just you and me though. Because when we were with the other boys, maybe I don't know.
Trying
to piece it all together. Yeah.
I have to look at your Uber trips, mate. You'll work it out. But yeah, I do recall that though.
Yeah.
I recall being blind in the back.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, we went to was it the Broad Beach Tavern?
Broad Beach Tavern, yeah.
And then
which was like $6 schooners or something, or $7 schooners.
Well, we were doing $8 pints.
It was $8 pints, even better.
Yeah. We were doing $8 pints.
We were very happy with that after some of the prices we had been paying over the last couple of days.
Oh yeah. Some of the places were a little bit exorbitant for our taste, but but no, that was good, mate. $8 pints and beautiful spot there. You know, just across from the beach.
Yeah. Plenty of chance to watch watch all the young fit people go past.
Yeah. Boring.
Yeah, boring. Yeah. We ended up running into not Cam, Tom.
Yeah.
Tom from Alpha Blokes there. Mm-hmm. And he would have given us 10 minutes of his time. He's there just having a recovery session, having a few beers with his mates and that. But no, he just stayed with us at the bar there and we had a bit of a chat about what we do up here and King Ash Bay and the golf, and told him he should come up here fishing. And
yeah, no, it was really good, mate. Like, because you know what it's like, for yourself and that. Like here, obviously we've got a very captive audience. So majority of people that come here, well, pretty much everyone that comes here knows who you are and wants your time at the bar.
Yeah.
They're the same everywhere they go.
Yeah.
So, for them to pull up and give you, even 30 seconds is good. But, yeah, to sit there and have a beer with you for 10, 15 minutes and have a good chat to you and actually talk about stuff, really, that was very much appreciated, and you can see that's why they're doing so well because they put the effort in and they're just good guys, they're good blokes. And I think that's why they got such a good following now is because they just do such a good job of what they do. So hats off to them. Like, they did such a great event, mate. Like I said, I said to Tom, look, mate, I went to Vegas for the footy and everything like that and went to Nashville for a week, which I've been looking forward to do for ages, mate. That weekend was way more fun. Like, I was just so pumped after that Saturday night. Like, that was just, unreal, mate. Just to see so many good people there running amok. Like, it was just, and not one clown amongst them, like, just such.
And
you
can tell the crew most of them have the Alpha Blokes trucker cap as well. The carry on,
yeah.
Trucker cap. It's a black one. They've got a beige one as well, but the black one, and you can see them say you sort of give anyone you go, you sort of give them the nod, and they're like it's all like a big family sort of thing. It was basically took over the Gold Coast for the weekend.
Yeah, absolutely.
certainly Broad Beach.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely, mate. Yeah, that was unreal. So a bit. We ended up being a little bit busted on Monday morning because we got up at 5 o'clock or something.
Yeah. Your old man left when we were at 4 a.m. I think to get me to the airport on time in Brisbane.
Yeah. So so an early start, which was probably the worst morning of all of them for me. I was absolutely buggered in the high car going back to the airport, but it was well worth it, I reckon.
Yeah. I'm glad I had already pre-upgraded to business for the trip home, or else I wouldn't have been very happy.
Yeah, and was it better on the way back than the way down, mate?
Yeah, it was a proper Jetstar flight, so a big jet.
Virgin.
Virgin. Yeah.
Lucky you didn't book with Bonza, mate.
Oh, crikey. Yeah, not good, eh?
Nah, it's bloody terrible.
Yeah.
So I think my brother's supposed to be flying down to the sunny coast in a couple of months' time and had all the tickets booked for the whole family and everything like that. And now they've pretty much finished up. So it's not good. But so you flew back and got back to Darwin.
Yeah, well, you dropped me at the airport. Then your old man had a hire car, so you dropped that there at the airport, and then you two
got an Uber
over to pick up your new Toyota.
Yep.
Yeah, so
straight from the airport after dropping you off, pretty much.
Yeah.
I was on a bit of a mission because I had to organise insurance, reg, everything like that. It was a sort of last minute because I didn't get any time in Darwin because when I left here was Thursday, which was Anzac Day. So I pretty much did dawn service here. By the time I got out of here was mid-morning. Didn't get to Darwin until 7, 8 o'clock that night.
Yeah.
The next morning recorded a podcast with you, and then by the time we finished and packed up, we were straight to the airport. So I had no time to get rego or anything sorted. So I was trying to do that on the phone at the front of the airport. So it took a couple of hours to get it under control, but went over, got the car handed over, and then pretty much kicked back there for an hour or two, just sorted some stuff out, and then waited for my insurance paperwork to come through because I was a bit nervous about driving.
Oh,
not a real good driver, folks. not in Brisbane anyway. Yeah. So, no, it's not too bad there. I know my way around fairly well around the airport area and north of there, but So, pretty much hit the highway. Actually, I didn't even have the insurance cover until I got to nearly the Sunshine Coast. But got up the Sunshine Coast, went and saw the old girl up there and had half a cup of tea and then dropped her at the airport because she was flying down to see my grandparents in Adelaide. Then, pretty much left the Sunshine Coast back to Brisbane, picked up a brand new hire boat.
Yep.
Just on the north side of Brisbane there at Brisbane Yamaha.
Yep.
And then drove back up to Woodford, the back way through Woodford, back up to Toowoomba and pulled up there for the first night. Nearly ran out of fuel on the way.
Perfect.
Yeah. Well, because I had to go to Dalby the next morning to Toyota to get the pre-delivery stuff done, and the boys said, "Oh, we'll give you a full tank of fuel when we get there." So I was like, "Oh, I won't fill it right up then."
Oh, you want to get your money's worth? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So to save $10 on diesel, mate, nearly had to push her up the range. but no, we got him sorted.
Yeah.
So out to Dalby the next morning, got the pre-delivery done. Went back to Toowoomba, had to go pick up a heap of stuff in Toowoomba, had to do a 500 kilometre check over at mechanics in Toowoomba there for all the suspension upgrade warranty and stuff. So got that done and then pretty much packed up, stayed at Nan's place that night and left at 4 o'clock the next morning to head back home.
Yeah.
So what was that? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday morning, left Toowoomba 4 a.m. Got to, where'd we go to? Longreach. Got to Longreach before close of business, and then actually went into the dealership where I bought the Toyota through, and then got all the rest of the paperwork signed over, and and then left Longreach the next morning fairly early. Went through to Barclay Homestead, pulled up there for the night, and then here on just in time for Friday afternoon, which was. Nominations for fishing comp, mate.
Yeah, well, even on the after Barclay, so you've come 3,000 kilometres up from Queensland. Previously, a few days earlier, I'd flown up, and then just coincidentally, we met up at Heartbreak Hotel at Cape Crawford there, maybe 150 k's from here.
Yeah.
On the way in, so I'd come 1,000 k's down from Darwin. Ash had come 3,000 k's up from Brisbane, and we met 200 k's from here and had lunch in a schooner there and came in. Both arrived back here at the same time, even though we left the Gold Coast on the same day for two different directions. That
was good.
And if you're watching, if you keep seeing us look over that direction, it's because we're in the shed here, and just parked just outside there is Ash's new Toyota, which I'll bring up a shot of it. It's certainly very pretty, mate. Very pretty. I keep giving him a hard time about it, but just only because I'm jealous. It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's over 2 years. I reckon I've been waiting for it now, mate. Over 2 years. So, it's been a long time, but no, it's good. Good to get back home anyway, and drove back up across the beef, what we call the beef road anyway, up across the Tablelands Highway from Barclay Homestead up to up to Cape Crawford there.
Yeah. And towing the new polycraft up with you, the hire boat.
Yeah. So a lot of people said that road was no good, but it's always the same though. Some people say it's the worst road I've ever been on. Other people will say, oh no, it's not that bad.
Yeah,
and
depends what you're expecting and what you're used to.
Yeah, well it's 380 Ks, and for about 100 of that, I reckon I was on cruise control doing between 100, 110 towing the boat. And then there's about 80 Ks, give or take, where I was slowing down to 70, 80 K an hour for some washouts, and then some places you had to slow right down for washouts, but only a couple here and there. No, it was pretty good. And good looking country at the moment too, mate. I'll tell you what, there's good looking cattle out
I'll bring
there.
up that photo you showed me of the pelicans and that.
Yeah.
I've never seen that there. I've been driving through there for 12 years or so, and I've never seen it like that.
No, mate, if anyone's planning on come up soon, because coming across that back way there now was unreal. Like the amount of bird life and how green it was, and it was really cool coming and seeing it like that. Because like you say, usually it's just fairly desolate sort of savannah sort of country, but seeing it nice and green like that with all the water laying around and all the bird life and everything else, like shags, pelicans, all sorts of ducks, all sorts of stuff. Yeah, cruising around down there, so no, it was unreal. And then into Heartbreak for lunch, mate. That was good. We had a real good feed there, didn't we?
Yeah. You guys had steak sandwiches, and I had a snitty sandwich.
No, it was unreal, mate.
Yeah.
Had a couple of cold beers each and a bit of a break, and then actually I had to go Borroloola and do some stuff in Borroloola on the way back out here, and met you back up here Friday night for nominations for the fishing comp.
Yeah, so first fishing comp of the year for King Ash Bay. So this wasn't the postponed Easter comp?
No, we're going to do that in later in the year, because we want to do it at the school holidays, because it's about getting kids involved in that as well. So we're going to
families can come from Tennant Creek and Catherine and stuff like that.
No, on Alice Springs, wherever, mate. But so the people can bring their kids and get involved in it, and because a lot of people travel a long way for that comp normally for Easter weekend, and having it on the May Day long weekend probably just not enough time, so do it on the school holidays, and plus we'll do it then too. So hopefully by September, the fishing will be pretty good. Hopefully the weather's a little bit calm, and
particularly for Barra, hopefully.
But plenty of Barra caught though, because we just ran basically a photo comp, so people catch a Barra, put it on the brag mat or measuring sticker, take a photo of it with their registration card in there, and send it in.
Yeah, so it's not specifically catch and release. You can keep the fish if you want.
Yeah.
Which I think is a good idea. If someone wants to keep their barra, that's fine, as long as it's legal. But others release the fish, that's excellent as well. Yeah,
well, even for May Day long weekend, mate, we had people from Alice Springs and Tennant Creek and Catherine come down for it, and come up for it. So, they come out and they're only fishing for 2 days in the comp. Of course, they're going to want to take one or two fish home with them for a feed, That's which is nothing wrong with that. But for those people that are here all the time that don't need to take fish, they can just take a photo and let it go if they want as well. And it also as well, if you're catching big fish, and there were some big fish caught, then you're not taking those breeders as well, so they're getting released. So which is
and on the good. Same other end, if you happen to catch a 40 centimetre barra. You can enter that in. If that's your only barra for the day, you might get the mystery prize.
That's it. So so we had basically men's a men's category, women's category, and then mystery length category. So not to be confused with
men's, women, and mystery. Yeah. Depends how you word it.
So it was really good though, mate. We had I think about 130 people in the comp. Had a little Ripper band here playing, which is sensational as usual. 130 people in the comp. There was well over 100 fish sent in from the people that went in it.
That's awesome.
You went for fish. I know I went for fishing it, but I only just took the girls because they were working. But I took the girls for a couple of hours each day.
In the new polycraft, in the new hire boat?
Yeah, mate, in the hire boat there just to run the engine in. So just took them for a couple of hours on Saturday, a couple of hours Sunday. And then, the girls are helping out with doing stuff with the comp and that, so selling raffle tickets and that sort of thing. So they had to be back early anyway. But did a bit of mucking around, mate. Didn't actually catch any barras over the weekend, although we only went pretty local. Mucked around a bit, caught a few queenfish and stuff like that, just real close. But how about yourself, mate? I think you went out for a trip, mate.
Yeah, mate. I went out on the Saturday with my dad. So I just arrived on the Friday, and so I was going to get Flanders in the water, and I had a big a lot of work ahead of me to get the boat ready and stuff. But my old man said, "Oh, do you want to carry with me?" I said, "Oh yeah, well, I'll jump in for sure." So we headed down the river. So we had heard that because the boat ramp is completely usable here at the moment, but at low tide, it's basically a 1-lane ramp at low tide at the moment until it gets fixed, which I assume is happening at some stage.
Yeah.
So we had heard that the ramp was getting busy at certain times. So we thought, being a fishing comp, it's going to get real busy. So we're going to leave real early. Just the sun's just cracking up and we decide to leave. And then, we head down the Macarthur and then onto the Carrington Channel. And after Cyclone Megan, the bitch, so I think even on the podcast, I always say talk about how the channels change and sandbars move and stuff like that. I found it out the hard way. We literally turned on there at low tide onto the Carrington Channel, right exactly where we had always been going for the last 12 years. And we came to a complete stop, after being on the plane, and into 4 inches of water. And I had my big expensive camera in my hands, 2 hands on that. My old man was driving, as he was all right, had 2 hands on the wheel. But me, I ended up going tumbling forward, got massive bruises all over my belly there and down my legs. And the first thing that happened, I get up and I look at my hand and my finger's pointed that way. And I'm like, I've broken my finger. And without even thinking, I should have got a shot of it, because no one cares. If I don't have a photo of it, no one cares, So I just yanked on it without even thinking, and it just popped back in, didn't even hurt. Just went straight back in, and I was like instant sort of like a bit of relief, because it's a really weird thing to look down at your body, a body part of yours that's in a spot it's not meant to be.
Does that happen often, mate?
First time, I reckon. Yeah, well, certainly first time dislocation. I've said this to a few people. It would be like if you look down at your hand and you had a second thumb growing out the other side or something, and you just look down and go, what's going on there? Because your mind goes so quick. So anyway, my finger was going sideways. I'm like, what the hell? Yeah, anyway, but it popped back in really, really easy. Ended up getting all bruises all over me and that. I've been showing everyone around camp, showing off my scars, saying my dad tried to kill me. I gave him a hard time for the rest of the day as well. I was like, you wait till you get home and I tell Cabby, tell Mum, I'm going to tell her that you were bloody not paying attention, you were way off the track. He felt really bad. He said, he was like, I'm so sorry. He said like 50 times. I'm like, no, I'm fine. We still kept going. We went down, so we ended up fishing the Carrington, the Davies, some coastal creeks out the front, the Kellys. I'm missing one as well. Yeah, we fished that whole area down there. We caught a lot of good fish, don't get me wrong. We caught 0 barra, which is so disappointing considering like the only species in the comp. We were out there for the comp. We just wanted to be in it. Couldn't get a single barra. I don't know what we're doing wrong. We were live baiting the whole day. Got good jacks, good goldies, finger mark, obviously plenty of cod and queenies and other fish like that. Brought a couple of brought some fish home that were good size, good to eat and that. But no barramundi. And I said to my old man, I said, I guarantee there'll be a boat today that got 10 barramundi. And then that night at the bar, I get there and first person I speak to go, we got 10 today. I'm like, you bastards. So I think a lot of the time it's there is a lot of luck involved. Like, yes, you need to know what you're doing down here. Fish, the barra don't just jump in the boat. You have to be at the right place at the right time and but still know what you're doing. So there's a bit of knowledge and luck involved, I reckon.
Yeah, for sure, mate.
Yeah, so that was the Saturday. I pulled the pin. I'm like, I'm done. So I'm not going out tomorrow. One near-death experience is enough for me. So my mum went with out fishing with my dad on the Sunday, and they ended up getting an undersized barra. They caught like a 50-centimetre barra. They're all excited. They high-five because I got them they've got a GoPro, and I got them to get some footage. And they got some good footage of it. I'm actually quite impressed of how they videoed it. And So I'll make an episode of this. I'll be coming soon. You'll see the episode. But they got one. But when they took the photo of it on the brag mat, they all high five and released the fish, and they looked at each other and go, we didn't have the card in it, like the card that says your member number and and all that stuff to actually get into the comp. Like, oh no,
because it could be just a photo from anyone, anytime.
Yeah, so that was a bit of a mess around, but I think that they had a good day. Same day, they had a similar day anyway. Even though they got that one undersized barra, they got the goldies and the mangrove jacks and the cod, and so they still plenty of fish out there and good fish, but no barra.
No barra. Well, there's plenty caught. And some
heaps
good ones
of
too. So I think both the winners. One was 99 for the blokes, 99.5 for the women. I think, or
it was 99.5 for the women. I remember thinking in my head that the women's fish was bigger, so it must be 99 versus 99.5. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a couple of big barra.
Yeah, and we had heaps of fish weight. Heaps of photos seen in the fish, like heaps and heaps and heaps. So it was pretty successful comp. Michelle does a great job organising them. He gets all the prizes and organises all the raffle stuff and everything like that. So we raffled off. What did we have
an angle?
An angle like Yeti Eskies.
Yeti backpack, I think. Maybe.
Yeah, Yeti backpack. Rod and reel combos, all sorts of stuff. So the girls did a real good job, especially Mish there organising all that and getting it going as she usually does, mate. But it was unreal. So then what did we do Sunday night? The band was on Sunday night again. So I think we stayed back a little bit, did we? Did you stay back?
Maybe a bit later than the night before, but still, I've been fairly well behaved recently. No bloody last drinks for me.
I haven't.
Naughty boy.
I nearly not last night, mate. I needed it. I needed it. So we stayed because Ant was here. Obviously, over the weekend.
Ant, who you've seen Ant on the podcast a few episodes back.
Yeah. So he's doing some work locally. So, he popped out for a couple of days. And, we actually went for a run in the boats yesterday because I needed to put a few more hours on to finish breaking the engine in on the new hire boat. So, hit Ant up, said if you wanted to go for a run. And you put Flanders in, take it for a run as well. So we ended up taking
put Mickey in.
Yeah. And went down the coast, mate, and mucked around for a bit. Didn't do too good to start with. We've got a few, rubbish fish and stuff like that. And only just mucking around, flicking lures and that at the rocks and that. Yeah. But
we consider we launched at 12:30 midday, something like that.
Yeah. It was gentleman's house.
Yeah.
after the weekend, mate, it was definitely a slow start. But went out there and mucked around for a bit and had a few beers and then went up to some coastal creeks and ended up doing all right up there.
Yeah, one creek in particular. I caught a lot of cod up there. Mick and I kept trolling over this little rock bar up there, and every time we went past, I either got a hook up or landed a cod. Like literally every pass, it was wild. But Ant, he had a bit of an exciting one. That first, but he got 2 barra for the day. Well, both of them sight casted, but the first one in particular. Yeah,
the first one was unreal because. We went and it's only a very small creek and it's got a hard right-hand turn, 90-degree turn, and then a rock bar immediately after that. So we just trolled in and the tide was dropping a little bit as well. So we just trolled in nice and steady and I got caught up on the rocks with my lure. So Dan, I said, I'll just wheel her in for a minute, mate, and I'll just bloody back up and get me lure off the rocks here. And as I sort of spun around to go back, he's gone, that looks like a good snag. Oh, wait, that's a barra sitting there. And he's looked at it, he goes, it can't be. And I've looked, I said, it definitely is. That's a tail of a barra. But the barra was sitting near vertical in the water. So its tail was just sitting there, but it was dead still. Like his tail completely fanned out, but just dead still. And Ant's like, you reckon? It's too still, eh? I said, 100%. That's a barra there, 100%. So went back, and as I'm reversing back to get my lure off the rocks, you and Mick troll past. Go on the outside of us.
And they didn't say a word, the mongrels.
Poker face, mate, as he's went past. How's it going, boys? No, like nothing yet. And as he's went past, got my lure off and then drove back up and then looked at it again. I said, it's a barra. And Ant still wasn't 100% convinced. He says, it looks like it, but it's too still, isn't it? And I said, chuck your lure in there quick. Have a quick cast in there. And he landed near on top of it. And as soon as his lure hit the water, it just took off. And then I thought, he's just spooked and it's taken off. It's, usually when they got the head down like that, they're not interested in feeding.
Yeah, they're just resting or whatever.
But half a second later, mate, this barra's just gone boof, grabbed his lure. It's turned right around on a dime and bloody inhaled his lure. And, he's hooked it and, wheeled it in as you were about 20 metres past us, I reckon.
Yeah, these guys start yelling and screaming and that. Oh, I'm like, you bastards.
Yeah, so got that one. And then we kept trolling up and went over the next rock bar. And
until you started having to bounce over them.
yeah, pretty much. I had the engine trimmed all the way
Yeah.
up, so the prop's only half the water, so she's only just pumping water and just idling little bit by little bit and just trying to see how far we could get up this little creek. And pretty much got to the spot where it's like, oh, we're not going to be able to turn around now. It's too narrow. And tried to turn around where we were before it got narrower again. And it was that shallow with rocks around there. Couldn't even turn around. So, and Ant just happened to say, he goes, oh, geez, nice and shady here, isn't it? I said, yeah, mate, it is. So I just turned the engine off for a minute. I said, oh, we may as well just have one quick beer here, eh? And then cool down because we've been in the sun all afternoon and we were fairly well roasted. So, we pulled up there and, cracked one beer and almost straight away Ant goes, oh, look at that barra just boofed just behind the boat there, like 20 metres away, where that last rock was we come over. So he picked his rod up, cast as soon as the lure hit the water, mate, bang, yep, on this barra leaps out of the water. He's carrying on too, yelling out. Got it in.
So Ant had a good day.
Yeah, had a real good day. Then we, slowly, we ended up, finished up having a beer there in the shade and then, slowly reversed out all the way back. Through the rocks and then spun around, come down, found you guys.
On my cod rock bar. We pulled up there, got a cod off there as well. Yeah. And then, we were a bit, it was getting a bit shallow, so we ended up sending it back out of that creek, back along the coast. Lucky we left them as it was, it was not very deep on the way out.
Nah, it was right, mate.
Yeah.
High tide was only 6 hours later.
Yeah, we still took the shortcuts.
Yeah, still took the shortcuts. Yeah. So I said, just turn your sounder off, don't look at the screen. Just if you start at the bottom, trim up, mate.
Yeah.
It's pretty good through there because it's pretty flat. So as long as you're not hitting mud 500 metres before you go through the cutting, you're pretty well right because it doesn't get any shallower sort of thing. So. Yeah, but if you start hitting mud early, then you just turn around before you slow down enough where you come off the plane. Otherwise, you got to go the whole long way around, all the way back out and back around again. So, we'll come back into one more creek in there.
Yeah, we fished one more spot there, and Mick got that big golden trevally.
Yeah, and got that. And then what else did we do? Oh, went and pulled into the crabbers there, seen Yiming for
had a
briefly.
Bit of Yiming, yep.
Well, he packed his stuff up to come in and then come back in last night, mate. Went to, you came down the bar, didn't you? Actually,
I drove Ant down there. Oh, no, I didn't.
Right.
I drove Ant up so he could get his car to drive down there.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So I went to the bar last night and had a bit of a feed and a couple of beers, mate, and early bed, ready for truck load up. Was the first time we've been able to have the truck out here to load crabs this morning.
Now that the road's open and you got the truck down here and righty-o.
So loaded crab this morning at 5:30, 6 o'clock.
Oh, wow.
And everything's sort of getting back to normal.
Yeah. So the powered area here at King Ash Bay is still not open. Is it? Unpowered. Sorry.
Yeah, Jenny Flat's still closed.
Yeah. So all the camping areas in power up here are all open. There's plenty of people here.
For sure.
But unpowered, there's a bit of work that needs to be done.
Yeah, which hopefully we'll get done in the next couple of weeks. We've got to,
okay.
Yeah.
So if people are listening and will want to, this will be published in like 3 days from now. So so people, if they were listening and want to come and stay on Jenny Flats, just tell them, give it a couple of weeks, few weeks, and we should be right. Something like that. Mm-hmm. Hold him to that. I'll hold you to that.
No, we've got machines coming, mate. It's just a matter of logistics now. It's all pretty well organised. Machines just down the road here doing some work for because the road's being resheeted as well. So the whole road into King Ash Bay. Anyone that's been here before will know that's 21.5 k's of dirt from the Bing Bong Road into King Ash Bay, and it's getting a full resheet. So 21.5 k's getting lifted and
cool.
And
so it's still going to be dirt, but just redone. So this will be the biggest works the road's had in
a long time,
very long time, years and years. Yeah, cool.
So which is really good, really good news for us.
Yeah. By now, if you're watching, I'm sure I would have, while I've talked about it, I've probably already brought up shots of the hire boat, the new hire boat. So you've got So this is your second hire boat now. So you've got the punt, which anyone that watches my videos, you've definitely seen us fishing in the punt before. So if you're coming on a trip to Kingash Bay and you don't have a boat, you got 2 boats available now. There's no other hire boats in Kingash Bay?
Other than houseboats, no.
Oh, yeah. So just to go fishing for the day sort of thing. Yeah. So you got... So people, if someone wanted to hire either of these boats, they would message on Facebook or something, Kingash Bay Lodge?
Kingash Bay Lodge, mate, yeah.
Yeah. So,
find us on Facebook, Kingash Bay Lodge.
Yeah.
That's the easiest way.
And then Katie will get back to you in about 2 or 3 weeks.
Yep. Well, it's been pretty busy. So, everything's... it's been busy enough. We've bought another boat. So no one else has been doing it for quite a while here now. And, we've had one boat that, we had in survey here and... it's just too busy though. Like it's out all the time, and
last year was crazy.
Yeah, it was out all the time. So I got another one now, and we'll see how this goes. If it's still busy, then you'll probably get another one again.
Yeah, cool.
Maybe later this year we'll get another one again. But mate, I'll tell you one thing. Shout out to Paul from Brisbane Yamaha. Mate, service was just unbelievable.
Yeah,
just really, really good. Like that's some of the best service I've had.
You're showing me all the little bits and pieces that he sort of added. Like when you picked it up, he's like, oh, like the plug, for example. The plug was wrong. So he literally.
Yeah, they said the trailer plug was different to what I had on the car. So I was like, oh no, let's get the young fella to change, because I just said, can I buy an adapter off you so I can get this home? And he's like, no, I'll get the young fella here. We'll just change it over, make it the same as your Toyota. No worries at all. So straight away did that. Said, oh look, these bungs might be a little bit different to what you can get at home, mate. So I'll give you a few spares. What else you do, mate? Oh, give us a bracket for to motor support bracket. And a heap of rope and stuff and help tie it down. Then I said, I'll get some ratchet straps off you. Don't worry about it, mate. I'll sort it out. And
that's awesome.
Got some ratchet straps, tied it all down for us. Really looked after us. So it was really, really good. Just so easy to deal with. Everything was spot on. So, and mate, I'm pretty impressed with the boat too. It looks good on the water. Got some shots of it yesterday when you guys were on the plane. Yeah, no, it goes really good, mate. And it's very different to the punt. The punt's definitely got its benefits. Like if you or me are going fishing, for example, we'd probably still take the punt, and we can have both of us standing on one side flicking lures or whatever like that, and it's level.
Hardly even tips,
whereas this obviously is much better in if it's a little bit choppy in the river, as it does get sometimes, especially when it's wind against the tide and the water stands up a bit in the creek, and that polycraft is just so smooth. Like when we're going along to them creeks yesterday, it wasn't rough, but just that little bit of chop. In the punt, you'd be bang, bang, bang a little bit. In this, mate, you don't feel it at all, even sitting right at the front.
Yeah.
I got Ant to drive it for a bit, and I sat right at the front there, right on the bow, and mate, it's just smooth as. So I was really impressed with it.
Yeah,
and the finish of it's pretty nice too. Like the boys really looked after us with that.
Yeah, so this is built to whatever survey it needs to be a hire boat.
Yeah.
So you actually spoke to the owner of Polycraft Australia or whatever.
Yeah.
And you guys talked through exactly how you wanted the boat and stuff like that. And he's like, yep, no stress. So between Brisbane Yamaha and Polycraft themselves, you've definitely got exactly what you wanted.
Yeah. No, perfect, mate.
Awesome.
They've really really looked after us. Yeah, thanks, mate. Yeah, no, really looked after us, mate. And because when you get them in survey, like you've got to order it. You've got to order it before it's built, so it's actually built to survey, because they fill it with foam. So, which is just one of the requirements you have.
Yeah.
And also, if you just buy one just to use personally, they have hatches basically right at the back, because this is a tiller steer as well, which keeps the boat fairly open. They have hatches at the back which you sit on pretty much when you're driving, or you can have a passenger on the other side sitting on it, and it doubles as like storage. When you get it in survey, then we fill it with foam as well, and then them hatches don't come up.
Yeah.
So then they actually made me a middle seat and put so that I have a heap of storage in there.
Yeah.
And that's removable. So if I don't need it in there, I can take it out. If I'm just using it myself, if we're going to do a trip or something like that, which I'm looking forward to Andy coming down, like we spoke about last episode. And I'll probably use that, and you use your boat, so we're all sort of the same on the same sort of
bit of a convoy. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, so I could take that out and then sleep on the floor of it if I wanted to,
Yeah.
So no, they've really looked after us with that, mate. Very, very, very happy with it. Very impressed, and just so easy to deal with.
Yeah, awesome.
Like obviously, we try and support everyone we can locally, keep things in the territory as much as possible. But because I had the car coming from Brisbane as well, and everything, mate, it just made sense. And I wanted a Polycraft and I wanted Yamaha, so it was just, and I could get it all the stuff that I wanted done. I could get it all done in one place. I didn't have to, didn't have to stuff around too much. So no, it was really good, really, really good.
Yeah, cool. While we're still sort of on fishing, so with our we had our first comp of the year recently. Then I see the Catherine Fishing Club had their, was it called Big Horse?
Big Horse Creek, yeah. So the Catherine Game Fishing Club, which is Trent, who we've had on before.
Yep. Trent from Tackle World, or Rod and Rifle.
Tackle World, Catherine.
Catherine, yep. Yeah, so a lot of fish caught. I think I saw a post they did just today or yesterday comparing it to last year. They caught, I'm just going to make up numbers here, but it was something like they caught 200 barra caught last year. This year was 400. It was like a very big difference. So these big wet seasons is making an impact everywhere.
Oh, for sure.
We talk, at least every podcast it gets mentioned. A big wet season means good fishing.
Fishing's better.
Yeah. So I'll just bring up on my phone here. I did have a couple of little honourable mentions when I looked through their stats and stuff there. Check this one out. Junior longest mullet. Now, I assume this isn't, they didn't measure haircuts. So junior longest mullet was Summer caught this one, 49 centimetres.
Wow.
That's a hell of a mullet. Yeah, and then the other one, adult longest catfish. Now, I know a thing or two about catching catfish, all right? Jed, 96 centimetres.
Wow.
That is a big catfish. And
it'd be in the river too, obviously.
Yeah.
It's in the Vic.
Yeah.
So
like a 96 centimetre barra, like if you put them in a bloody a tractor pull race, like the catfish would absolutely destroy it. Like they are such big, strong fish. 96 centimetre catfish. Yeah. So I thought, a couple of honourable mentions there for that comp, and so some interesting big catches being made. So yeah.
Unreal.
So they've done well in that. So all the competitions, I think all the daily competitions are all done now. The Barra Classic, the Barra Nationals, the Junior Barra Classic. Maybe even there was a girls comp there as well on the daily.
Yeah, maybe, was it on the daily?
Yeah, they have one there.
There's been a single women's business one.
Yeah, that one's
Corroboree or something.
I think I think that one's Corroboree. Yeah, I actually made a video one year of that one.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You did, yeah.
I got invited out.
It's it's a happening thing, mate. Well, speaking about fishing comps, the big one, $1 million fish went off.
Oh, how did we not even talk about that yet?
Yeah, $1 million fish went off, mate. It's all done.
Young fella from Catherine.
Yeah.
Yeah, far out. So good luck to Trent. He's going to get a few sales, all his top of the range gear going to go get sold now. Apparently he's a mad keen fisherman, the young fella.
Yeah. No, how good's that, mate? So it's it's finally been caught. I think we're season 9 as well. I can't believe it's been.
And was it like the last day? I think it was the last day of the competition.
I think it was. The last day. Yeah. So
so he scraped it in right at the end.
Yeah, well, they said somebody was definitely going to win it. So I'm not sure how they were going to.
I don't think they released exactly what they were going to do if no one caught it, but yeah. But that's well done, mate. If you want to come down to King Ash Bay and share us a few drinks,
hire a boat for a few days.
Obviously, every single person that likes fishing and likes barra fishing is completely jealous because it could have been anyone.
Oh, that's it, mate. That's it. It's such a great thing, and hopefully they continue it ongoing moving forward, because it is a great thing for the local economy.
You talk to
economy,
any of the tackle shops and that, they'll tell you how much of an impact it has on their sales, and people that come here fishing on holidays and stuff like that definitely makes an impact.
Yeah, for sure. So the other one was on this weekend as well, was a Boyne Tannum hookup.
Oh,
So we need to cover that, because we've had a few messages.
Oh, yeah. Because we had talked about the possibility of going up was with when you were going to pick up the brand new boat. Now that I've been to that bloody event, the Podcast Royale, if I could have my time over again, was it knowing that heaps of the dudes from there would have been going to it.
Yeah.
I would have said, no, let's do it. Like,
Well,
now,
for sure. But the flip side is too, is that when we sort of were talking about it, was 3, 4, 5 months ago, that was pre-cyclone.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
a lot changed.
Yeah, a lot's changed for us. And then so, May Day long weekend was, our first fishing comp of the year here. So, we sort of, you got to be here for it. Well, especially myself, really had to be here for it. So, it was unfortunate we didn't get to go to that, but maybe we'll look at that in the future. That I'd love to go to it, for sure. And yeah, thanks to all the fellas that messaged as well, and said camp at my place, or we'll point you in the right direction or anything like that. So really appreciate all the messages and that. And I haven't replied to everyone because there's been actually overwhelming how many people actually send a message and said, hey mate, give us a call. This is my number. If you come through, give us a call. We'll point you in the right direction. Or if you need somewhere to camp, mate, you can camp at my place or whatever. So yeah, thanks to all those people. But unfortunately we missed it this year. But never know what happens.
Yeah.
Moving forward, mate, would absolutely love to turn up and have a look at it because it looks like a great event. So well, the Alpha Blokes boys were there, mate. So if they're involved in it, mate, it's got to be half decent, mate.
Yeah.
So that's something to look forward to in the future. I think though we'll try and plan things a bit better.
Yep.
Unfortunately, we had that Cyclone Megan.
The bitch.
The bloody mongrel sort of ruined us a bit this year to start the year, but things are progressing pretty well here now. Everything's almost back to normal completely. We've got plenty of campers in the campground. The servo's operational, full noise again. They got fuel in. The bar's operational, full noise every night. It's opening a few days now as well, so
cool.
won't be long. It'll be open every day for lunch. So
Yep.
so everything's sort of getting back to normal and
The mornings have cooled down as well. Or even now, what are we at? Like, it's just almost 5 p.m. right now. We're recording this, and we're in a tin shed, and we're not sweating. So it's that time of year where the days are still nice and warm. The evenings cool off. It's just this is what people love about the place.
Yeah. Well, even that's the other thing too, because of the cyclone. When I came back from the States, instead of going to Darwin and spending some time in Darwin and organising all the stuff so that our Chippy mate could build the podcast studio for us. I came straight back, hired a car and drove straight back to Borroloola. That pretty much 6 hours after I got off the plane.
Yeah.
So it's just sort of throwing a spanner in the works everywhere. So the last few episodes we've been around the joint with the podcast gear between here, Darwin.
Yeah.
Pool table at my place.
The old pool table setup was all right. The frustrating lighting with the sunset.
Yeah.
This is all right. This is all right here with this in the shed. Might leave it here. I can probably leave this set up for a couple of weeks.
It'll be easy, mate.
Yeah.
Be easy.
Yeah, cool.
So how much longer you got here, you reckon, before you're back to Darwin?
I reckon another 2 weeks I'll be here.
Yeah, good stuff, mate.
So we'll punch out a few.
Yeah.
You jogged a memory when you're talking about flying home again. I just remembered about interesting flight path that we took. So I had the window seat on the way home, and I'm watching out there, and then we crossed over into the Gulf, and I saw a little township there. I'm like, I'm trying to work out what it was, and I'm like, it's way too big to be like the Wirian or Robinson River or something, and it was right on the coast. And then I thought, there's no way we could be like, it couldn't be Karumba, surely. And then being business class, I had free Wi-Fi. So I looked it up, Google Maps, zoom in, and I matched it up. I'm like, oh yeah, that's exactly what it was. So yeah, we actually come up over Karumba, which is a lot further east than I thought. And then so we did that and then came across over the Mornington Islands. Yeah. They're not called the Mornington Islands. They're called something else.
It's Mornington Island.
Yeah, but it's called the something islands. I can't think of it. But yeah, anyway, we went over there and it looks absolutely beautiful through there. I think if I was on the other side of the plane, as we went past, I probably could have seen the Pelu Islands.
Yeah, so you're on the starboard side.
Yeah. So I was, when we came past the Gulf, like past this region, I was looking just out into the Gulf. And I could see trawlers out there.
Yeah?
Yeah, well, they were only little tiny dots. I assume they're trawlers. Either that or Indonesian, buddy.
Indonesian show. Come on, Customs, what are you doing? No, there must be a few trawlers out because I see the prawn spotter come in 2 days, 2 mornings ago.
It's going to be a big season for prawns in the Gulf.
I reckon.
Because the amount of prawns you're getting in the cast net at the moment everywhere, from even the little tiny ones that just jump out up to decent sized ones you can put on a hook.
Yeah.
There are
or eat.
Yeah. Well, yeah. If you get enough of them, for sure. Yeah, there's a lot of prawns out there at the moment. So as they grow up, I don't know what their cycle is, but they head out or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna go off this year.
Yeah. No, for sure, mate. That's it. Big wet season.
Yeah.
And everything happens. I mean, there was a great prawn season last year. I reckon it was broke a few records. I think some people did, but yeah, I did see the prawn spotting plane. So I actually one of the guys I've had him on the boat a couple of times years and years ago, and owns a few prawn trawlers.
When you were doing chartering, yeah.
Yeah, so they'd fly into Borroloola and I'd muck around with them for a little bit there. And he was saying that basically they have their aircraft, they fly over, they actually spot the prawns from the air. So they fly over and they can't see the actual prawns themselves. I think but they flick up the mud, and so the water's all nice and clear, clean, and then there's these dirty patches of water, and then they can gauge by how big that patch of dirt is, basically, as to how many ton of prawns is in a particular area.
So that's how many boats to send.
And then so in the aircraft, they have a computer system where they basically go, right, here's the coordinates. There's 1 ton there, there's 4 ton there, there's 20 ton over there, and then they can direct their boats to which spot to go. So they might send 1 boat that direction, or 4 boats that direction, or 2 boats that direction.
Anytime we talk about someone, I always say, we should get them on the podcast. So next time if you see him come through Borroloola, see if we can.
I think I got his number. I'll have to give him a call.
That's crazy. Yeah, because that would be very interesting to hear about that. Yeah. I want to mention again about the rod locker. I sort of launched it last week, and the response has been amazing. So we've got our Guys in the Gulf podcast. We've got our own Facebook page, and that's where I upload like promoting our episodes and just general couple bits and pieces. But then separate to that is a group. So that's the page. Then we've got the Rod Locker by Guys in the Gulf, which is a closed group. You have to apply to join. I'm pretty much just accepting everyone at the moment, but
in that one, like if anyone's carrying on or anything like that, just be
booted,
gone.
Yeah. So this is meant to be somewhere that, people can just share fishing stories, upload some photos, ask questions, whether it's about King Ash Bay or fishing in general. Can be anything really. I don't even care if people want to talk about the footy and how bad the referees are and stuff in there.
We'll probably agree with you.
Yeah. So it's a real sort of community is what I want to build there, and it straight away has exactly what has happened. Yeah, people are sharing photos from their last trip to King Ash Bay 5 years ago, and look, we hope to come up again. One fella wrote a real long piece about his old man who unfortunately lost to cancer, and how he used to, he was his best mate, and they used to go fishing and hunting together all the time, and and he shared a story about. They were meant to do a trip up here, but they ended up doing another trip and what happened on that trip and stuff like that. And I'm like, far out, like this is crazy. If these sort of posts continue, this is going to be way bigger and better than I'd ever hoped for. But sharing that sort of thing, you're not going to sort of put that in a public post just out randomly. But like in this closed environment, I want this to be like a safe space where, there's no idiots, no keyboard warriors, no no
armchair
trolls.
Experts.
Yeah. So it's a lot of people in there which are really good so far. So please keep posting your stuff. Every now and then we go through stages where we might not reply to you with even from messages and emails and things like that for a couple of weeks. But we try to eventually get back around. Sometimes we'll sit down for an hour straight and just try and reply to messages because between Ash's businesses and me with I've got my YouTube channel, my Facebook page. This is my own personal stuff, even separate from the podcast. So there's just a lot of things to reply to. So I'm still trying to reply to everyone. At some stage, as my channel keeps growing, I'll get to a point I just won't be able to. And I'm probably getting close to that because I get so many messages. But I'm still trying to reply to everyone. Just be patient. I'll try and get back to you. Anyway, so that's the Rod Locker. That was that whole spiel. But then the next social media we want to talk about is the Spotify playlist that we have called the Golf Mud Crabbers playlist. which is we do this every week. If you're new to the podcast, we have a playlist on Spotify called Golf Mud Crabbers. I think we've got 400 or 500 people that have subscribed to it so far that have it on their Spotify. We get people sending in recommendations all the time, which we always listen to. Ash and I try and nominate a song every week. And, mate, do you have one this week?
Yeah, I do, mate. And again, and it's a nice segue, mate, from talking about getting back to people, and we'll do it when we're ready. Is a song that's by a fellow that's up in Catherine, and Tom Curtin, his name is.
Okay.
So he's quite popular, mate. He's got the I think it's the Catherine Outback Experience. So he does like a horse and dog show and stuff like that, and it's won a heap of awards. It's a great show from all accounts. I haven't managed to get in there myself just yet, but something that I'm looking forward to doing in the not too distant future. But yeah, he's an excellent performer, and he travels around basically during the wet season. He travels around and does shows all around the country, and during the dry season, he's based in Catherine and does shows with tourists. He's got a heap of great songs, but Tom Curtin, and his song is called Territory Time. Yeah, which is a bit of a saying up here. And when someone says, "Oh, but then pass turn up," no, they're on territory time, mate. You know what the NT stands for, eh? Not today, not tomorrow. Next Tuesday, next Thursday, next truck, next train. You know, So territory time by Tom Curtin, I think is fairly fitting for the conversation we just had.
I like it. So you've stayed local. I'm going to go overseas to the US, mate, with Chris Cornell. So Chris Cornell, he's no longer with us, but he was the lead singer of the band Soundgarden back in the 90s. He then went on to be the lead singer of Audioslave, and also did a lot of his own solo stuff as well. I got to see him once in Brisbane when he was playing like an unplugged set just by himself with just him and a guitar on stage, which was amazing. In my opinion, the best rock voice to ever live. Chris Cornell. The song is, I'm going to choose an Audioslave song. I Am the Highway. It is, it's one of those songs you can just kick back, eyes closed, and just have your headphones on and just listen to his voice and be like, wow, like a human has those tones in their voice, you know.
Well, it's a new one for me, mate, but I'll definitely go and have a listen to it now.
Yeah.
I don't know it.
I could have chosen 30 songs by Chris Cornell. And but that one, I Am not. In fact, as I spoke, I literally changed the song like to I Am the Highway. I just thought, no, that's the one. Yeah, I was going to do Like a Stone, which you would know Like a Stone if I played it to you. Yeah. But I Am the Highway, it will be a new one for you. But it's,
perfect.
It's a good one. Okay, so we're still rattling off the social medias. So back in episode 2 or 3 or something, we mentioned Patreon. We have a Patreon page. We don't expect anyone that, I don't know, how do you talk about Patreon?
Well, I suppose it's more or less, I mean, obviously doing this is, we've put a fair bit of coin into it now, trying to get it going. We're not looking to make money out of it, but if anyone does enjoy it enough and then they want to shout us a beer or something like that is probably the best way to put it. Like, if you feel like you want to shout us a beer,
some extra support. Like if you just press like on the video, if you're watching this on YouTube, that's good enough. But if you really love what we're doing and you want to get behind us and see us grow and do this more often, then you could jump on Patreon and we've got something set up there for like $20 a month or something like that. So basically, shout
$5 a week.
$5 a week, 1 beer a week. So if you're interested and want to support us further in that way, you can. We've got a couple of Mad Dogs on there already that have.
Thanks, boys.
Yeah. Literally, as soon as we launched it, bang, we got a couple straight away. They were straight into it without even really knowing what we're about and what we're doing. So thanks.
We're gonna need a few more if Mikey's this rough on the gear every week.
Why is it always me dropping stuff? I'm the clumsiest person I know.
But thanks fellas that are on there already. We do really appreciate it. And
in the future, like at first we were thinking, extra bonus episodes, bonus content, and all this sort of stuff. We just don't have time for that. Ash is a full-time mud crabber, plus he's the president of the fishing club here, plus he's got the lodge, he's got 2 hire boats. that's just that's just some of the stuff he does, you know. So
Got to keep an eye on Mikey.
yeah, there's a full-time job in itself.
And mullet sometimes.
Oh, mate, the messages just keep coming through. People want him back on. Like, please. One person says, please. Pardon me. One person's like, oh, please, for the love of God, like, please get Mullet back on the episode. This is all in a comment. Like, oh.
We will. Don't worry.
He'll be back. Don't worry. He'll be on a few times a year.
There'll be plenty of mullet content.
I really, really look forward to when you get your houseboat back in the water.
Yep.
Setting up the podcast kit on that front deck of the houseboat and doing one at night. Just sitting there, kicking back, having a few wobblers.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I've got a bottle in the fridge there of Galway pipe.
Oh, thanks, mate. We're drinking this rubbish. No, that'll be good, mate. It'll be. Have you ever seen the movie The Boat That Rocked?
Yeah.
It's a great movie, mate. Yeah, that'll be us, pirate radio, man. Hook straight up to the Starlink. Might try and do, maybe we can do a live one, eh?
We're not really live, but especially not if Mullet's there. Especially not if Mullet's there.
Definitely.
Do you want to end up in jail or not?
No, definitely not. That might be a Patreon only.
Yeah.
We'll have two blokes watching. That's all right.
Crikey.
Yeah, no. So, no, we will try and get Mullet back on. Well, we will definitely get him back on eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe like when we get to like 50 or something like that.
Our 50th episode special.
Oh, that'd be good. Yeah. Mad Mullet, double episode, 2 hours.
Oh, crikey.
That'd be good. Actually, from the houseboat.
Yeah, that's the go.
Yeah, from the houseboat in the middle of the river.
Lock it in.
Catching barrows in the background, mate.
Yeah.
We'll do something special, hopefully.
Yeah,
But
cool.
we will get Mullet back on. Actually, it's probably like Bullfrog's keen to come back on. He's only on the other day. He's already keen to come back on. We'll probably get, sooner or later we'll get Ant back. Mate.
Well, they're part of the team, if you know what I mean. Like all the fellas you've just mentioned, they're like, because you see them in my videos and whatever. They're part of the team, so they'll regularly come in and out. Yeah. A bit like Rogan has his like close friends that you see. They do several a year. Yeah,
for sure. Yeah, there's a few other locals that appear in your videos from time to time, mate. I reckon we might try and get on as well. So, it's just a matter of lining things up because, especially this time of year now, it's like everyone's sort of flat out. We had the cyclone, so everyone sort of missed the first 6 weeks of the year, which is usually if you're a business owner here, like if you're the service station, the Weeby Lodge or Borrell Houseboats and Cabins, us guys. Like that's your busiest 6 weeks, for the first 6 months of the year. So everyone sort of missed that. So now everyone's playing catch up, trying to get everything done. And what a bastard, because like King Ash Bay was fully open, like, and everything was in full swing. Yeah. Then Megan came and had to shut everything down. And then now everyone's had to totally rebuild the start of their season again. Yeah. Bit of a bastard. What's happening tonight? Today's Tuesday. We're recording this, which is members' night down the club. So I think last week they restarted the members' draw and that. So that's happening tonight. Yep. Yeah. Are you heading down there? Are you gonna? Yeah, I'll go to MC.
Oh, you usually do that. Yeah.
The band will be performing again tonight. I reckon, mate. So it should be good. Actually, we should go down and set the proper PA up because that little portable PA's rubbish.
Far out. I meant like when I arrived here on Friday and I'm like, I'll just maybe 1 or 2 days a week I'll go down the club. I was there Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then it's Tuesday. You're not going to not go down on members' night.
Mate,
Tomorrow night, I'm not going.
Me neither, mate. Don't worry. I had last year. I think I had all up 5 months or 6 months off the grog last year. Yeah. And I was still at the bar nearly every night, even when I wasn't drinking. I was still down there drinking bloody bluefish. Yeah. And drinking zero stubbies. Yeah. And so, but that's the sort of place it is, though. It's there's always somebody else coming in that you know from last year or the year before that wants to catch up and have dinner or have a couple of beers. So. Just comes with the territory, I suppose.
Should speak to our bar manager. I reckon those better beers. I reckon we should get them in stock. We were on
better beers and the
hard solo. They call it something different now.
Yeah, was it hard rated or something?
Oh, there's one in here.
Yeah, hard rated or something, I think. Yeah, I picked a carton of them up in Mount Isa on the way back, and they go all right. They go right.
Yeah.
Very dangerous.
Yeah.
Very dangerous.
Don't give any to Mick again.
No.
Yeah, no. We had a few on the boat yesterday. Yeah.
Oh, bloody hell. No, I'll tell you one thing, mate. I came back through Mount Isa and I won't run anyone down, but bloody hell. I pulled into one place there, the drive-through bottle shop, and it looked like it was all closed up. And we wheeled in there, and I said to my old boy, I said, it's 10 to 2. Maybe they don't open until 2 o'clock, because a lot of places in the territory don't open for takeaway alcohol, don't open until 2 o'clock. And I said, maybe they don't open until 2 here as well. And it looked like it was closed. So we pulled up in the drive-through, and there's a few tradies sitting on the back of a ute just outside the entrance. Walked through the door there, and there's 2 fellas there playing with a till, and so behind the counter sort of thing. I thought, they're setting up, getting ready for 2 o'clock to open. So I just said to old mate, I said, are you fellas open now, are you, mate? And he just snapped back at me straight away. Well, you're in here, aren't you? I was like, no, we're just sorry, mate. It just looked like it was still a bit half closed because all the roller doors are down and all the cage, there's a big arc mesh cages and stuff. And, he looked at me like I was a bit of an idiot and walked out and put his hands on his hips and stared around. He says, the door's open, so what do you reckon? I was like, righto, no worries, mate. Well, too easy. So I jumped back in the toilet and my old man goes, aren't they open? I said, nah. We're going to the next place. So, and you know what it's like when you're here and somebody knows you're coming from town because you can't buy takeaway alcohol here. So what does everyone do? They send you a message, mate, can you get me half a dozen cartons? Can you get me 2 bottles of this or a bottle of that, whatever? So, you end up spending a couple of grand with on grog for people. So I went to the next bottle shop, young fella there, perfect, mate, no worries. Where do you want it, Bruss? In the boat here or in the back of the ute? What do you want, mate? The back seat? And, so, I don't think the first fella owned that place. I think he might have been a new staff member or something. But, yeah, Jesus. I wasn't overly impressed, I can tell you.
Maybe just having a bad day.
Yeah, maybe. I said maybe all the pubs are shutting Mount Isa or something like that, mate. They're not happy. Anyway.
Yeah. All right, what do you reckon, mate? We got anything else to cover?
I tell you what, the last couple of days, mate, because the boys sent us a couple of rods to try out from Jabbers, Australia. Yeah. They sent us these 5-piece travel rods.
They've been messaging us every second day saying, any fish yet? Any fish yet? Far out. It's been hard to get out, but now we're down. Now we're back here. Now we have gone out a couple of days. Have been using the rods. I've been using the Wanderlust spinning run.
Yeah, and I've been using the Wanderlust bait cast overhead jigging rod.
Yeah,
mate, love it, eh? Love it. Really,
it's
really love it.
Yeah, absolutely love it. You can feel the quality. You really can. I put my favourite reel on mine, my Stratic, and it's now my favourite setup.
Yeah, we're on a Trent today. I'll run the same as Brad runs on his. He runs the I think the 300 size overhead.
Which brand? Does he use Abu or
no, it's Shimano.
Corrado.
No,
above that or below
it's
that?
a bigger one and above that.
Tranks.
Yeah, Tranks. 300 size Tranks with the power handle on.
Yeah, that's got the big handle. Yeah. And there's I don't think there's a level one on that either.
I think there is.
There is?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I think so. Yeah, but anyway, they're. I actually tried to get one at BCF and Mount Isa on the way through, and because I thought, last minute, buddy, I'll have a look. And I'll get on to Trent at Rod and Rifle.
So that's for the jigging rod. That would be perfect.
Yeah. Well, the good thing about that is it's big enough. You can go out. You can get your redfish, like your Emperors, Nanagais, Goldies, big jacks off the reef. You can cast at tuna with it.
Yeah.
You'd be able to bloody troll for mackerel.
I was just about to say you could troll with it. Yeah.
You get good jewies on it.
Yeah.
And then you can come into the river and troll for a barrel, flick for a barrel with it, and it's and it's got that butt extension as well, so you can go and you can use they have them Jabbers, them Moxie Sparkles that Trent and Brad were showing us when they were here.
Yeah.
You can go and drop them and jig with it, and then you can chuck a Barra Classic on or whatever, and bloody go and chase a barra for it. With the same thing. So as an all rounder, if you're just traveling around, if you're very limited on space or for weight or in a helicopter or anything like that. Mate, it's absolute perfect crossover for everything. You know, like you sort of cover all bases with it. You know, if you had to pick one rod to go out with, that'd be it for me. I haven't even tried the spin rod yet.
Yeah,
but,
well, the overhead they sent us 4, so you had one spin and one overhead bait caster, and I got one spin and one bait caster. The bait caster one you gave me, I'm not going to use yet because I need to learn an FG knot to use it because the eyelets on it are very, very, very small. So I need to learn the FG knot before I can use that. Yeah,
the micro guides. It makes them good though because they can pack up so small. You know? And with the smaller guides as well, they don't get damaged as easy. And you know, like they said, you know, even if you don't go on a big trip somewhere. So like say for example, like Andy's coming down now, hopefully soon. We'll go to a trip.
I messaged him the other day. He was at the Roper.
Yeah. Oh, so he's any day, hopefully. Yeah,
hopefully. He said, there was a mixed message. Well,
something like that though. Like you can chuck that one rod in, and you can go out for 2 or 3 days, whatever like that. You don't need anything else, and you can buy just each section of it individually. So you can buy a spare tip if you're going to do a big trip. You can just buy a spare tip, you know. So
just in case the unforeseeable happens.
Yeah. I mean, how often do you stick them into a fan or something like that when you bring them up at home, or you know, in the window or door of the Toyota as you close the door or something like that, you know. So it's good that you can do that because they are obviously they're not a cheap rod for just throwing around. Like they're very high end, mate. I'm all over them. So send us your videos, fellas. So if you want $50 off a Jabba's rod, okay. Send us your videos. We had one young fella send a video in a little while back. Send your videos in. We
might actually have one there somewhere. We'll put in the next one. I think there might be another yarn that's come in.
Yeah. So make sure send your videos in. We only get very, very few of them. So should we shout out to old mate too?
Which one?
Who's old mate you sent me?
Oh yeah.
What's his name? Yeah, the other young. Yeah. So anyway, if you find that. So if you're interested in all of these, mate, I think you can buy them from Jabba's Australia. Look, that just punch it straight into Google, Jabba's Australia. If you're in the top end, mate, I think Trent at Rod and Rifle Tackle World in Catherine, I think he stocks a few of them there. So they just released another rod the other day as well, which looks really good.
I did see that, yeah. So Brad and Nathan there from Jabba's, like, we are catching fish with your rods. We love them, but I'm not publishing anything about the rods until I get a good barra or something. People don't want to see me holding up a bloody cod with. That's not promoting what they want.
We're going to get out. Hopefully, when Andy comes down, mate, I'm going to take a couple of days off. I'll probably take the Polycraft.
Yeah.
You're going to take your boat, Flanders, and Andy's got his boat. So
Red Rocket.
We're all sort of the same in the same caliber then.
Hopefully, you can teach me how to catch a barra.
Well, we might try and poke out around the islands a little bit, mate, and try and get some good fish. Try and do a bit of jigging or something like that, and see how we go. And we might run a bit of a comp between ourselves. I think. Oh, look out!
I like what you're saying. This fella here, how do you say his first name there?
Or, is that the one you were talking about? How do you say his last name? What's your name, Bruss?
Is that the one you were talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ty. His surname Ty is Misha.
Misha Ty.
Misha Ty. Don't know how to say your name, mate. But yeah, bloody hell, he sent us an awesome little video, just literally just saying g'day, I'm from down here in New South Wales. Love what you do and whatever. And he's drinking his Bundy rum cans. Oh, it's on silent, eh?
It's on mute, bro.
How you going, boys?
Something.
Ash, Mikey.
Oh, it doesn't play
mate.
sound with the switch on?
Crab. I'm down here on the north coast, New South Wales, a little country town, coastal town you could call it, Iluka, New South Wales.
Oh, Luca.
Enjoying a coldie after a good day's fishing. Got a good playlist going. It's called the Gulf Mud Crabbers, if you didn't know. Cheers,
good
boys.
on you, brother. Thank you. Cheers, mate. Cheers, brother. Thank you.
Yeah, we love getting video messages like that. Had a few people do voice memos to me as well. Just random, like, just going, hey, you going? Like this. Yeah, it always puts a smile on my face. If you want to send through voice memos or videos, that's the go.
Good on you, mate.
Yeah.
Thanks. Thanks very much.
I think we've waffled on enough. What do you reckon?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, cool. All right, we'll probably record another one in a couple of days' time. Hopefully we'll have some more interesting stuff to talk about. But yeah, so we'll still publish as much as we can every Friday. And let's shut it down.
Shut it down, Bruss. Let's go.
Too easy.
Oh, look at that.
Guys in the Gulf.